Hello, this is TAW691 here once again. Sorry for the delay of videos that's been coming out. I did promise a room tour, so here we go. As you can see, all of my Batman Legos are all on my shelves. There's just the various Batmobiles, Batwing, all the other stuff, Joker Copter, all kinds of other stuff there. Here's the Batcave, or at least it's the new version of it. There's my Mario Kart Wii and my DB. And here's all my Wii games, some PSP games. Here's my DS games, my 3DS. Some more of my Xbox 360 games. Here's my Undertaker figure. And then here's the rest of, well, all the rest of my stuff here. 360 stuff and my toothpaste. And once I move my TV out of the way, of course, it's my tapestry that's behind there. Some other stuff. Here is all of my Lego Monster Fighters. I am missing two sets, which are the, there's a castle, and then there's a haunted house, as of which I'd like to get soon enough. And then here's the one I couldn't fit. This was the werewolf set. And then, of course, my WWE Classic Superstars. Nothing has changed here. It's pretty much the same as what it was before. So I'm just going to kind of go through this pretty quickly. There is one figure that is different. There's a 2-pack of figures. These are the WWE Rumblers. They're actually just like kids' versions of like some of the characters. And I found a set. It's an Undertaker and a Kane. So you know I had to pick it up. Because that's just something that doesn't happen too often anymore. The Undertaker's kind of like taking a hiatus, leave of absence, you might say, for a while. And then there's my G.I. Joe figures, which you've seen before, if you watch any of my videos. Then there's just like a bunch of random stuff just sitting here. Then of course my Star Wars stuff. Yeah, yada yada yada. Didn't change none. Just a lot of stuff. Yeah, they didn't really change too much. Just all kinds of stuff here. And of course, they kind of wrap around, of course, here. But I took down a lot of my figures to put this up. I don't know if you've noticed where I have my Legos is originally where I had my video games. Well, I started getting some other stuff, and I had no room for it, so I built a shelf up above my my two windows. There's my PS1 stuff. All of my... Now wait, let me get out of the light here. All of my PS2 stuff, going straight across to my GameCube. And I have all of my He-Man and the Masters of the Universe stuff with Thundercats and a few other things here. I have to figure out where else I'm going to hang my Star Wars figures yet. I don't know. I took them all down. They're just kind of like laying here. Then, of course, I still have my Castlevania figures back in the corner. Of course, they're all here. And I have, since I moved all of my big box sets over to the side, I moved everything over. All of my animated stuff and live action movies and more animated. I got basically all the DC Marvel stuff here. Turtles, just all kinds of stuff. Voltron. That's my wrestling shelf. Well, at least part of it. And then the rest of it is like all my music related stuff. The Incredible Hulk holding it up. Then my music box sets are down here on the bottom, kind of like all scattered about. And I got like just random figures just sitting all over the place. Like, I mean, like from the floor all the way up. And then, of course, comes to the rest of my video games. This rack I kind of rearranged a little bit, but this kind of stayed the same. There's my Genesis games on the top. N64 stuff. Of course, I pulled all the boxes out of storage, and I put all the games back in the boxes. And same goes with my Super Nintendo stuff. All the boxes that I had. And then, of course, you come to my import Super Famicom games. And then here's the rest of my Super Nintendo games that I didn't have boxes for. And my N64 games, there's a few there. I really can't see them. All you see is this one. And then there's just like my Marvel and DC Universe figures here. These are Legos, but they're made just like action figures and whatnot. So, and then there's my cartridge converters for the Famicom and the NES. And then the rest is, of course, my NES games. My collection has grown quite a bit. And then, of course, the last stack is kind of like a little bit of everything. It's all the custom ones, or all the imported games and custom games and some classic games there. And then I have all of my Mario Brothers. It's the Super Mario Kart figures. They made them all separate. And then I have two Bowsers. Originally, the Bowsers are the hardest figure to find is Bowser. I actually got one, and then I turned around and got a bike with Bowser on it. So now I have two of them. Before I couldn't find any, now I have two. So then comes to my old RCA TV, as of which I do use to play a lot of my other video games for my older systems that won't run on my current TV. Then there's my black box. That holds all of my Game Boy games and all that other stuff. And here's the rest of my Wacky Package collection that I have to put into card loaders. I have to dig out the rest of my cards. I know the rest of my card collections didn't get many views, so I haven't made any videos as of yet of the rest. Then here's my classic consoles. Yes, this Nintendo is custom painted gunmetal. Don't ask me why I did it, but it is, and black on the bottom. One day I just got bored and just decided, what the hell, I'll repaint it. There's my N64 with Atomic Purple controller I got a couple months back. My Super Nintendo. And then there's two systems here. The thin PS2 and small PS1. And then all of my strategy guides are on the bottom. And then of course my my current generation systems. Can't talk today. The Xbox 360, and without the controller's not here, but I did get a Wii U. I will review the Wii U or my current pickups video. I will have one of them posted, one or the other. I don't know what yet. And then I got just my handheld Genesis stuff and whatnot, and my Wii and whatnot. So that is currently my room tour. Just you can comment, post, or whatever. I'll try to answer as many questions as I can, if I get any questions or whatever, which I hope I do. And then I'll make another video as soon as I can, and I'll post it. So this is TAW691 signing off. Until next time, I'll see you.